So I'm starting to see a lot of questions on how to get started from new users as well as users who've been a while since they've been in the game. Lots happened over the last couple weeks with the latest release, so things are constantly changing. But with this video, I'm hoping to help you get started on what you need to do and what you need to learn. I'm going to break it up into 4 chapters. You can jump to wherever you need to. I'm going to add timestamps in the description to help you along. So we're going to take a look at 4 areas here. We're going to start with the introduction on just getting started with the game. Then we'll go into Calido Resort and some of the different aspects you need to know about that area, followed by Calido Pavillion and rounding off with Solace. Okay, we'll jump more into this in just a bit. Hello and welcome to Bacon Bits. I'm your host, Koi Bacon. So before we get started, I do want to point out that this video is being shot in August of 2025. So by the time you watch this, depending on when it is, what I might be showing may no longer be applicable based on when certain releases come out. All right, so just keep that in mind as you go through and watch this video. So again, we're going to start with the introduction. We'll go through the game access. So if you don't have access yet, you can go to the Cornucopias.io website, go to how to play, and it'll give you more information on how you can install and load the game. And there's information too on what qualifying assets you'll need to play the game. In the future, Cornucopias will be free to play, but for now, being early access, there are certain criteria that'll need to be met in order to play this game and really be a tester. Okay, so take a look at the website and I'll give you more information. Once you do get all that, you have things set up, you have your wallet set up, then you can launch the game. You can open it up, launch it, and begin. So I'm going to flip over to that screen now, and I have this started. So I am playing on a controller. I'm going to hit the A, and it'll take you to the screen. As I mentioned before, if you click on character, you can go through and edit your character. You can pick certain preset avatars if you don't want to go through each of the different options, because there's a lot in here to really truly customize your avatar. Or you can go to one of the presets and just select one of the ones that are already there for you. Okay, when you pick something that you like, just hit apply and then save. I'm going to go back to the main menu since I have my character already created. And on the right here, this is where you'll see the different server location, Europe or North America, and the level, the different areas that you'll load into. Okay, so we're going to start first with Calido Resort. Good place to get started because then you can get some clothes for your avatar. Okay. One thing I also want to point out, as you'll see here, is that I am working on a pretty low quality gaming laptop. So quality is not like you'll see from other content creators that have, the high res video set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change some of my settings here. If you go into settings, right now I have it set to 60 FPS. My preset set to low. I can get away with medium to show you a little bit better quality. When I go into Solace, I can really up this even further, and you can see some other better aspects of the game. So when you get started here, you'll end up in Elysium. You'll have no clothes, as I mentioned. I am actually going to unequip my jetpack so I can start like I would be a new user. Okay, so let's do that for now. All right. So when you get started, there are free outfits that you can put onto your character. So I'm going to, run out this way. And there's a chest here, and I'll show you how to get into the chest. So right here, there's a free, get your free outfit and boots. So a little cursor dot there will go on. When you see the button appear, you hold down on that, and there's a set of outfits that you can actually apply to yourself, whether you're a female character or a male character. I'm just going to grab this one here. I'm going to click and drag it into the right side of my screen, which is my inventory. So I'll grab a outfit, and I'm also going to grab a pair of boots. So once you select the one you want, click on that and drag it over to an empty slot in your inventory. Once it's there, I'm going to hit close inventory, and then you hit I on your keyboard, and you can drag what you just pulled into there into these slots on the left side, the clothing slots. So I'm going to put this under outfit. I'm going to take the boots and move them under feet. All right, and I'll stop there. Just ignore everything else you see in this screen. So now I have some clothes. I'm going to close my inventory again, and I am no longer naked. So as I leave this ship, just run down, you can get a good look of Calido Valley. So if you click M on your key, if you're on the keyboard, you hit M. On the controller, it's well, one of the buttons. You can see a map with different items to visit. Where I'm going to want to go. So say you may have some NFTs already. Maybe you have some weapons. Maybe you have your jetpack. What you're going to want to do is go to the Nexus Terminal. So that's located down here on the screen. And what you can do is if you pull up this map, again, clicking M on the keyboard, if you take your cursor and click on where you want to go, you'll drop a custom marker. I'm going to close the screen. And in the top area of the screen, you'll see, where your compass is, you'll see the custom marker show up on there. So now I'm going to go south, slightly southeast. So what I'll do is, since we don't have fall damage right now, I'm just going to jump off here and head towards where that custom marker is, and it'll take me to the Nexus station. So I'm going to run around and jump, and in the interest of time, I am going to pause the video and come back up when I'm there. All right, I'm almost at my custom marker, which is the Nexus Terminal. From these Nexus Terminals, this is where you can obtain any of the NFTs that you may have previously purchased. So I'm going to run in here, and again, use my cursor on my screen to get me to one of these terminals. Oops. And from here, if you'd purchased any weapons, you can grab those. I will take this one here and add it to my inventory. So you can scroll down the list. If you want to add something to your inventory, click add to inventory and it'll do that. Anything else here? I have my jetpack that I'm already wearing. Everything else I'll probably leave for now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit close on here. And if I click I on the keyboard to get to my inventory, I can see the weapon that I added to my inventory. I'm going to move it over to this weapons box. And I'll take the jetpack, which was already in my inventory, and I'll move it over to pack. So now I'm equipped with these things. I'm going to hit close inventory, and you'll see on my person, you got my jetpack and my weapon. All right, from here, we can now, what we'll need to do, if you do want to go to a shooting range at some point, is you're going to want to find some chests, okay? We're going to want to find these chests for a couple different reasons. One, we're going to want a land plot scanner, and that's going to be beneficial for us once we get back to Solace. But it'll also be helpful to pick up other credits along the way, because we'll trade that in, because you'll need those credits to buy ammo at one of the stores. Okay, so we'll jump into that in just a bit. So one area I like to go to get some chests, to find items in the loot in these chests, or land plot scanners, you can find up in this area here by the main shuttle platform and the metro entrance. So if you head over there using your map, you can find some items to take. So if I look at this chest, this blue chest here, for example, here are the land plot scanners. So if you were to click on one and drag it to your inventory like we did before, it'll be on there. So I'm going to hit close since I have it. I for inventory. I'll click on this scanner and drop it onto my wrist. Okay, this land plot scanner is going to be really beneficial again to look at land plots in Solace. So I'll hit close. If we take a look at this chest, let's see. You can grab cups and things as well, which is neat. But there's a lot of scanners that can be found here. Some more scanners. But keep looking for chests that have credit, like these. Because you can trade those in at an ATM, which we'll go to in a bit, where you can trade that in for actual credits that you can then use to purchase ammo. Okay, so once you've collected some credits, something to trade in for credits, what you're going to want to do is head on south down to Calido City. Okay, this area down here. Here you can visit some of the ATMs or the Jurni store to pick up some other items. Okay, so drop another marker in that area and I'll meet you over there. Once you make your way over to Calido City and find the Jurni station and Nexus Terminal, right behind back of it, you'll find one of the ATMs that's available here. And in this machine, what you'll be able to do is trade in your credits or anything else you've picked up. Well, you'll actually be able to deposit your credits into your ATM and have that in-game currency available for purchases of other in-game items. So I'm going to go ahead and drop all these credits into my ATM account. And hopefully you were able to pick up more items. Look to see if I dropped anything else anywhere else. I did not. Okay. So I'm going to close inventory. And down here is where you'll see how many credits you have. I'm going to close inventory here. I will go back to the Jurni station. And this is where you can pick up other items that you may want. So like other suits. So you get foods, consumables. There's these different outfits as well. Or backpacks rather. Here are the outfits that you can select. And here's the cost based on in-game credits. If there's something that you like, just hit the buy. And it ends up in your inventory. Okay. Credits are going to be good, as I said, because you're going to need those to make purchases for ammo. So if we look back, what else did we want to touch on when we were here in Calido Resort? We went through the clothes, crates, scanners, in-game currency, the maps, and the Nexus terminals. Next, we'll go over to the pavilion, and we'll take a look at the shooting ranges and how to get ammo. So next, if we want to go to Calido Pavillion, one way you can get there is if you just escape and return back to the main menu. Then you just select Calido Pavillion for your next stop. So now I'm in Calido Pavillion. If you take a look here, there's a few things you can do here from Calido Pavillion. Running down this ramp will take you to where you start your races. So I'm going to go down to this driver check-in and show you the options. So what you'll see first at the top here is your track selection, Yellow being the easiest. Purple is a lot of fun, probably the longest. Medium difficulty, at least to me. And then the red, which is the most difficult, which again, you can see on the right there, difficulty hard. All right, in addition to track selection, you can pick your different vehicles. So if you do have some in your NFTs, these are some of the vehicles you can actually select. So let me toggle through. You got your Core Dynamics, your GTI, the Valley Raceworks, Valkyrie, the Randos Metalworks. So you can see the various vehicles you can select. And once you do that, just hit A to start on your controller, and on the keyboard, I don't remember. Oh, just hit ready. I'm not going to race right now, but this is how you would do that. So I'm going to back out of here and show you how to get to shooting. So let's run back up the ramp. Oops, not the long way.
Welcome to Calido Valley Raceway.
Actually, because of a jetpack, I'll just fly up the ramp.
Access the corner terminal of your racing lounge to get started. If you aren't, please enjoy the scenic views
and from this level, that's where the elevators are that brought us here. I'm going to turn around behind me. And because my settings are set to low sensitivity for shooting, it takes a little bit longer for me. I'm going to run down here, follow the signs for Rumbleball, which actually we could take a quick peek at in case you're interested in playing with some friends. And you could do some Rumbleball, so I'm going to go here. And in this room here is where you can find one of the few Rumbleball pitches. Is it a pitch? Is it a field? I'm actually not sure, but it's down there. All right. But behind that is where I was headed to go to shooting, the new shooting range or the Terra Tunnels, and a place where you can actually purchase your ammo. So I'm going to run around this way. There's an opening in the back of this area. And again, don't let my limited computer settings deter you from good quality of the game, because it still plays really well. And also note that I am trying to record this video too on a pretty inferior machine. Okay, so getting down here, you actually see there's a store here, Cali Arms. So let me go up in Cali Arms. This is where you can purchase your ammo. This is one of the places you can purchase your ammo. There are other stores on all three Solaces where you can get ammo as well, so you don't have to come back to here each time. So I'm going to go to this kiosk here. I'm going to hit the Y again. And here's all the different ammos you can purchase based on your weapon. So I had previously purchased these, so this is what I'm looking for, but if it was something you wanted to buy, again, based on the weapon you have, I'm going to close inventory. I'll pull up my actual inventory so I can look at my weapon. I can see here that this is the Mordred MK2. The ammo for this particular weapon is LP03, so I'm going to close. Let's go to here, and that's what I'm going to buy here. So I'm going to buy a couple of these. I'll buy 4 of these. And this is why you want to make sure you get credit in Calido City or Calido Resort. Collect as much credit as you can to trade into your ATM, so you have as much money in-game currency as possible to purchase as much ammo as you want. I'm going to close out of there. I got my ammo. So now from here, let's take a peek at... So right behind where you buy the stores is the shooting range. So let's take a look at the shooting range. There was another Nexus station here around back by Cali Arms, where in case you want to pick up other weapons to try out, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to just take a shortcut and jump down here just to get to the bottom. Again, I am not a gamer, so I still have challenges moving out with a controller. All right, so Here we are, static targets to use your weapon. So again, I'm going to talk from a controller perspective. To load it, you're going to hit the R button on the top of your controller. You're going to toggle over to the weapon that's selected. And now I'll be holding my weapon and on the bottom right, you'll see I don't have any ammo loaded. So you'll hit the X on your keyboard. It loads it. Now you'll see 100 listed there. So to aim, you're going to hit the other R button on your controller. Sorry, I am definitely not a gamer, so I don't know the controller buttons, but I just know which one I have to press. But you'll see it's now aiming, and to shoot, you'll see the little target. You'll hit the right trigger on your controller. All right, so let's see how good I am here. Nice. All right, so this is one area you can go to, and you can run around with your gun, but over to the right of this is where you'll find the Terra Tunnels. Okay, so I'm not going to run through there and embarrass myself on video here, so I'll just show you where the opening of the entrance is, and I'll let you guys have your fun at your leisure. Okay. So now you got your ammo, you know where to pick it up, you know where the Terra Tunnel is, the shooting range, racing, that's Calido Pavillion. So now I'm going to go back to exit, and I will meet you. Let's go back to the main menu, and I'll meet you guys at Solace 1. Okay, here we are in Solace 1. This is where the map, again, will be your friend. So I'm going to hit M on the keyboard. I'm going to zoom out a bit so I can see more of this map. But you'll see based on here where you have Nexus Terminals again, or processors. Mines will be listed here. Other shooting ranges, other areas. So it doesn't show land plots right now, but it does show other key points of interest. Okay. Since I'm kind of close to this terminal, I'm going to drop a custom marker over here. Close the screen and head over to that area. So let's see where that was. I think that's west of me. Yep. So I'm going to run this way, but now's your chance to really explore. Fortunately, it's daytime. That makes it a lot easier. But nighttime is pretty cool too, especially with the type of weapon that I have loaded right now. So I am going to use my trusty jetpack to kind of get across this a little bit easier. Again, if you're just jumping into this part of the screen, didn't hear me mention this earlier, don't let my lack of graphics capability deter you from playing this game. It's really just my settings. All right, so I'm going to run over and follow my marker. One thing that's beneficial, if you've done it already, that's load your land scanner. So to see what's out here, and you can tell that you're on a plot of land because that command key Y popped up on my screen. So if I do hit that and I hold down on that, it tells me I am standing right now on an epic land plot with that current address that's shown on the screen. I'm going to hit close, but to actually look at them, you'll hit E on your keyboard and hold that down. And you can see I'm standing inside the borders of this particular land plot, but you can see the other one showing in the distance. So I'm going to do that again. And you can see all the different land plots available in this area. So keep exploring, walking around, seeing what you like. I'm going to head up this way to these buildings. And there may be another store here where you can pick up other ammo. They're usually around where shooting ranges are, which I don't think there are in this area, so there probably isn't one. But there is a Nexus station at least, so if you do want to pick up different weapons, you can do that from the Nexus station. There's also a metro station here to take you other parts of Solace 1. So yes, there's a store here. So we can go up here. Oh. And again, if you didn't hear me mention this before, I am not a gamer, so pretty terrible at the controller. So we can look at these, and there's different things sold at these stores. So if I scroll down the list, you got your backpack again, your Hudson Traveler. You got the Husky backpack here. Just make sure you pick up enough credits for it. And if I continue to scroll down this list, you will see ammo down here as well. So you don't have to go back to Calido Pavillion to get that. Alright. And if I pull up the map real quick, see where we are. There is an Aero Trails course. So we haven't talked about Aero Trails, but you've probably seen some videos on that. Aero Trails are pretty cool. Another little mini game you can play within Cornucopias, where you can fly through rings. Maybe I'll show that in another video. If we zoom in just a bit, kind of helps see what's in this area a little bit more, but you can get an idea of what's around here. All right. I'm not going to get over to the shooting range because it's very similar to what we'd seen before, but this in a nutshell is what you need to really know and what you need to prepare for once you get to Solace. Make sure you have your land plot scanner. Make sure you have credits available so you can purchase ammo to test in different places. What's cool is you can just shoot here as well. It doesn't really, there's no targets to hit, but it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's not like you can take out lights. Anyway, hope you found this video helpful. If not, let me know what I need to add, or if you have any questions, join the Discord though. Plenty of people there in the community that'll help you out. Check out the website, that'll help you out as well. But hopefully, again, this just gives you a quick primer into some key things that you need to know to get started in Cornucopias with the latest release. Take care.